I wouldn't say, yeah, I want to do this. I want to put 400,000 into a building now, and then again in 40 years.
Yeah.
That would give me some heartburn.
Oh, no, they had the old special education sheds up at the
Yeah.
high school. They go, you can get them real cheap right now. I'm like,
Nothing makes someone feel more cared for.
yeah, let's get the sped shed down here. Jeez.
Well, do we want to put a date out there to at least have some sort of?
Sure, pen? Did you steal my pen?
Yep, I did. You gave it to me technically. I was gonna give it back.
I mean,
Yeah, do we want to tie it to something that's already happening? You know, a time where we expect that we would get good attendance, that people will be around.
yeah,
I mean, if people are interested, I'd like to hear what they say, even if I disagree.
yeah.
Well,
That's why I wanted to at least get the people that did all the work involved in the decision of, are they ready?
but you don't make the meeting just for them. You make sure they know that it's happening so they don't get left out.
No, I say you talk to them and say, you guys ready for a meeting?
Yeah.
Do you guys want to hold a meeting? Because if it's just us three, I suppose, I mean, it's gonna be, I mean, according to who shows up from the public, it can be just as contentious as before. You know, it's pretty fresh.
So do you?
Okay,
Do
so
you
we
wanna
put out a little
wait a
survey
little longer?
instead and give the choices. We do nothing. We try to improve where we are, which, you know, we know that's a dead end, basically.
If we did another survey, we could have some paper ones at the barbecue, right? And then we could circulate an online version.
What do you mean, the barbecue's next Saturday?
Yeah, but I mean, these options would just, we'd have 5 questions or something.
I don't know, you know, I work so hard. And I know you did too, Andrew, but don't get me wrong, but
Well, I mean, maybe the answer is to just table it till next year. If you're, listen, if you're out of energy for it, it doesn't matter what everybody else in town is jumping up and down about. Because they're not on the board and they haven't shown any interest in being on the board.
Yeah.
Okay? If they don't want to help, they just want to step in and shit on everything you do, just take a break.
well, I can only, yeah, I mean, I would not want to be the one to not have it, not, you know, people not do it, talk about it. And I mean, I wouldn't mind going to a meeting and talk about what should our next steps be.
Yeah, it doesn't mean you're gonna give up on it, but you don't necessarily have to be ready to get yelled at again.
Absolutely not, man.
So do you want, I mean, tabling this as a total option until deeper wounds heal?
I mean,
I think Vogel's tired. I mean, they, you know,
oh yeah,
it sounded like Elena was
yeah, they're pretty.
happy to.
They're pretty tough. I mean, they're pretty beat up. I think it's probably worth a discussion, but again, I think it's worth a discussion with the people that were involved last time to see, hey, are you guys, because they're the ones that did the work. And I'm not saying that we're gonna exclude anybody, just to say, are you guys ready to start that process again? Do you wanna start that process?
I feel like we've asked and the answer has been no.
But they need a
To
longer,
be really,
longer
to
time,
be
yeah.
very frank, yeah, I feel like, you know,
Yeah.
Vogel's talking about other stuff, they're talking about the regular annual stuff. It was a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
And once you open it up, yeah, people are gonna start yelling and screaming. So, if you're not ready to take that on, we just,
Yeah,
Travel
I
library.
don't wanna make that decision. I want everybody to make that decision.
you know, I have a little bit of energy for it, but I won't suffer fools. So if somebody comes with the Taj Mahal thing at me, I'm not good at diplomacy. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't be the one to run the meeting. Because I will tell people when they're being foolish.
Yeah, I only keep it on the agenda because it's
Yeah, I know.
unlike, you know, this could easily go the direction of the town hall, where we study and we spend money on all these architecture plans, and
Which
then
we have.
And then we have
Which
to
we have. We've done
big
twice. We've
lump
done
in the
twice.
floor for how
Yeah,
many years?
I don't know how much we've spent.
tens of thousands. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, it's gotta be over 50.
I don't think over 50. I was gonna say like 35.
Well, wasn't it 20?
It was 20 for the first one, but then our last architect gave us a very good deal.
Yeah, that's true, she did, but still, man. And then all the begging to get people to do things for free, and oh, God.
Yeah.
I am tired, you're right.
Yeah.
So maybe we need a break.
Yeah, yeah.
And maybe
I
it would be
say-
different if those who voted against it had some constructive, said, I didn't like this design, but I'd be happy to be on a committee to do
Yeah,
X, Y, Z.
yeah.
And then we could have some, but the no, never, 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 is tough to
Yeah,
entertain.
yeah.
Okay, so we'll table it.
Yeah, I almost gotta say that, forget about history, look, this is where we are. I mean, there are some history aspects you'd have to bring up.
Totally. There's no point in redoing any of the work.
Right,
And so maybe we say, let's talk about it in like November.
yeah,
And the meeting, the question of the meeting is, how do we get your support in getting a library with a bathroom? We're not asking for a lot. It's running water. It's not 1865.
running water, bathroom, I think parking
Running water bathrooms.
and accessibility.
Well, I'm sure the neighbors would love if we could fit cars on our
Absolutely.
property.
Oh, in the wintertime, it's a joke.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's,
Alright, yes,
Yeah.
let's move on.
yeah.
Well, next thing is committee updates.
Don't ask that question.
And it's good to keep
November.
it. Yeah, I'll put it on the November.
I make a motion to table
Table it until
facilities
November.
discussions until November.
Here, I'll even
Alright.
start the November one, so I have.
Yeah, no, what year was that? 20, what was the vote? 24?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's not that long ago, man.
You've had not a lot of recovery time, really, considering the amount of work that went in and got shut down. It's like, you're still healing.
I wouldn't call it unhealing. I wouldn't. I would call it just, I don't know what to call it. Alright.
Yeah. I think people forget that there's a human element behind all of this, and we're very good at burning out volunteers and not appreciating volunteers. So even if you don't like what was going on,
I'd like to know
hope
what
that,
people imagined was being gained personally by people,
Yeah.
In the closed door sessions.
I just think of all the talent that
There's a lot of
write-
ex-volunteers
to write $1
in
million
town that don't
worth of
volunteer anymore.
grant funding,
Yeah.
and to just shit on them. Even if you don't like the proposal, if you're like, I don't know, like where's that kindergarten teacher in all of us? You're like, that's not a great idea. Have you thought about this? Or boy, let's take that energy and
How would you feel if someone did that to you?
yeah. Oh well, it's a lot to ask.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and there's a lot of ex-volunteers in town
Yeah, who don't want to do anything
who don't wanna do anything anymore because they're tired of being stepped on and squashed.
We're almost there.
Yeah.
Well, and we have to acknowledge that when we do get there, it might be time for fresh faces to come on, and because we might be weighing down.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Negative attitudes don't work. Alright, where you going?
So committee meeting is just, or committee updates. It's just humanities event, which was last Saturday.
Yeah.
Lightly attended.
Yeah, it was about 11, 12 people, which is light for somebody like Steve Taylor, who is very popular.
Yeah.
It was an excellent program.
I saw it advertised on Facebook a couple times. Saw the flyer come out, but I guess I would definitely see it. I wonder if there's other ways we could advertise. We don't have another one planned this year though, do we?
Not yet. I
The
mean,
program.
we can. They've got a good sized grant that, the feds took away money, but they got a donation from somebody. So we could do another one, but advertising has always been our weakest link because there's just there's not a good communication avenue besides the internet.
The sign will help.
The
Sign will help.
The sign will
I mean, I only saw it on the
Oh, yeah.
digest, and I know Mary is tasked with a lot.
No, and
But-
we put out posters in Danbury, and you know, I mean, we in Canaan, I'll put out posters.
I was just thinking though, when I see other New Hampshire Humanities to go, and when I know it's in other places, it's because it's on their nice library sign. You know, Bristol had one a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. But I also read though their local papers. I read the Laconia and the Wares and the Lake papers that you can get free over at Hannaford. So they've got a great outlet to advertise in, and we don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We used to have little local papers that the Messenger and
Yeah.
the Chronicle, and then
Right.
even Sandy put out a paper for a year or so, a little ledger, and people loved it.
Well, what
But
were
it takes
the?
a lot of work.
It was replaced by something digital, I assume. What is that, like Upper Valley Daybreak Calendar? Is that?
Yeah, there's Daybreak, but still, I don't think a lot of people
I don't.
get it.
Like,
I mean, it's a
oh,
I look at the digest.
I
and-
wonder.
different. Yeah, I look at the
And-
Mascoma and Grafton's.
Yeah.
Have we ever done an actual Facebook event?
Oh yeah, done events all the
Did
time.
it work better?
I don't think so. So no, it's just
Hit
been
or miss,
very-
I guess.
Yeah, it's very hard to get it out there and get, I mean, you know, and plus there's so much going on. I mean, there's so many events constantly. I mean, you look at those papers, and there's just like a bazillion events going on everywhere. I mean, lists of them. I mean, you know, I don't know. You say you got nothing to do, you're not trying.
Well, they're the new program person. If that happens, well, that's their
Yeah,
big
yeah,
task,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
How do you get word?
Yeah, and
out?
I was gonna suggest to Jason that if he feels like doing any type of programming or anything, go to Fogel with it. They might pay him to do it, you know? Anyway, that's neither here nor there.
And we already talked about the barbecue, which is the other thing on the committee.
Yes. Yes, we did. Oh, and so we wanna talk about the sign.
Yeah, so let's talk about the sign.
I think we need a powwow down there to decide where it should actually go.
Okay.
Because it looks I mean, it'd be great to do it next Saturday while we're all there, actually, at the barbecue. To sort of look at, and I know you might not be around, but I mean, it's gonna be tricky because you've got this Sarah thing there, what is it? Sarah
The
what?
state historic marker, Barney marker.
You got the
yeah.
state historical marker, you got a telephone pole, the thing slopes up, we got the little library, you know, so there's a lot of crap on that corner that unfortunately, you know, it's a big bank of sand that if we could take that down, it'd be different, but I just don't think that's reasonable to even think about right now. So yeah, I'm gonna say that we should talk about it that day.
Okay.
At
On
the
the
barbecue.
24th, yeah.
Yeah.
That's all we just need. We just need to decide where it's going, but it's in
We really do.
production.
Oh no, I have another thing to bring up. So the Friends of the Grafton Library, I don't know, did you see the pictures of the building? That's why I was hoping Leaf was here,
Of the building.
of the storage shed.
Oh yeah, yeah.
No.
You didn't see them?
No.
And so, I will get them right here, right now. So, we've got, a storage shed that we could purchase, that Fogel could purchase for the library property because,
Oh, that one, yeah, I did see that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, we're all over 60, you know, most of us, well, no, not all of us, but a lot of the workers are over 60 and stuff like that. We can't be hauling barbecues, grills from the shed and, I mean, from the pole barn, which they refuse
Right.
to make a drive-through. But plus, you gotta get it up on the back of your truck. Then we got, you know, we just wanna, we got enough stuff that we want a storage shed on the property. So this one is on skids.
Yeah.
And Vogel will purchase it. So I was hoping Leaf would be here because I mean, I think it's up to us whether it's there. It's a temporary structure, it's not permanent. I think we should be able to vote and tell Fogel to go ahead and put it there. My feeling is, I know that, I've talked to you about it a little bit. You know, some people think it should be down by the porta potty, by the garlic beds. But then we're still dragging it across the field and it's too heavy.
If the purpose is to make it easier to move
Yeah.
stuff around, you might as well put it close to where
Right, so I think we put it
it's
by
not down the
the
hill.
telephone pole. By the telephone pole with the cherry tree in front of it. And that way, if we do get electricity there, which we hopefully will do, but it'd just be all in the same area. You know what I mean? I just think that's where it should go. Again, that might be a thing we discuss, sign and
Yeah.
building.
So we would have to, even as a courtesy, just write a letter to the selectmen saying
Absolutely.
we're interested in getting a
Hey.
temporary shed.
Look what the cat dragged in. Hi.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that. Let's write the.
Okay, do you want me to write a letter to them, or?
You know all the details.
Okay.
I'd be happy to do it, but
No,
you'd have to
no,
plug in.
I'll gladly write the letter.
Yeah, I'll have to look. I'm not picturing where that telephone pole is, but I trust you. I'll
Yeah,
have to
on the
look
way
up
out,
It's
what
like
I
on
can
the
do.
tramp
Yeah.
house side of.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like right across from the, well,
Oh,
ain't
yeah,
right
yeah.
across.
Closer to Library Road than.
Yes,
Yeah, okay.
yes. My question is, are we asking the selectmen, or are we just telling them that we're doing it? Or should we go to a meeting, or should we just say, yeah, the library board, the library trustees have voted to allow Fogel to put a storage shed, and then send them the pictures too.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
Yeah, with
not
the
a-
understanding that it's temporary.
it's
and
it's a movable, mobile structure, it's not permanent. And and something about, you know, they'll stain it, they'll make it look nice, you know what I mean? They'll, what do you call it, whatever, decor, you know, so fit in with the environment, you know what I mean?
I think we could start it with email and just say we're happy to come to a meeting if they.
If
wanna
they have a
discuss
problem with it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Sure.
Okay,
Put that right in the email.
okay, yep, okay, good idea, good, okay?
Great.
Welcome.
That was the last item. Is there more public comment from either Karen or Gary?
Nope. No, that's it for me.
All right, let's
Saddle up.
Motion to adjourn.
7:03.
Okay, next meeting.
Oh
Well, you
yeah, and
put it
I
on
made a
there.
mistake that
Second.
the last agenda I made today's date the wrong one, but yes, it's June 19th.
This is my monthly report. Thank you.
Next meeting June 19th.
19th.
Yeah.
Oh, so this capital improvement committee, do you want me to send a letter to them too? Does anybody else wanna do it?
Oh, right.
Just
we're
saying
not
what
doing-
our deficiencies are?
Do we need to make a motion to send a letter?
No.
Okay.
Oh, we need to make a motion and vote on the building though, don't you think?
On the building?
Allowing them to put a storage barn on it? The storage barn, don't you think we should have made a motion and did that? Or no?
Are we there yet? Has Fogel decided?
I
they
mean,
wanna
it's
do
not
it, if
costing
we
us
want
any
it?
funds,
Yeah.
but it seems to me we should have voted on it.
Um,
Can we
do-
reopen the meeting?
the meeting? Is that?
Reopen the
Is that
meeting at
legal?
7:05.
Okay.
It's still, I mean, it isn't like we went anywhere.
You all set, Gary? Is that?
It's fine.
Okay. Alright, reopening. So, do I hear a motion to?
I make a motion that we allow Fogel, Friends of Grafton Library, to put a storage, building on the library lot at 2 Library Road.
I will second. All in favor?
Unanimous.
Aye.
Okay. I will now anything else to vote? Okay. We'll re-adjourn. That's
I just wondered if somebody else wanted to write the
7:06.
CIC. Hey, why don't you write the CIC letter?
Oh, it'll be my pleasure.
There you go.
ChatGPT would love to.
Well, you know what, I mean, bathroom,
Yeah.
accessibility,
Yeah.
water, parking, space. 5. Just think 5.